Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Kat and I are continuing The Last of Us. This is season 2, episode 2. It doesn't even have a name at the moment on HBO or on Max. But having played the games, and if you're watching this reaction, I'm pretty sure you've already watched the episode. If otherwise, then what are you doing? Go watch the episode and then come back to the reaction, because potential spoiler here, although I'm pretty sure this is going to happen. The big thing.
The big thing.
The big thing.
The big thing.
It didn't happen in the first episode, so it has to happen now, because it's a catalyst for like the rest of the story. And I am nervous. I don't know. Are we ready? No, we're not. Are we ready for it?
No.
No.
We're ready to get re-traumatized.
Re-traumatized. Yeah. Okay, do you have anything you want to say before we get into it?
This is a Pearl Jam sweatshirt.
Of course.
So we're just continuing. It's not on purpose. But here it is.
It wasn't on purpose?
It wasn't on purpose I put this on. This is just what I had,
This is just that's just what you grabbed.
Fair enough, exactly, because
okay.
toddler life, and you know.
Just grab whatever's closest to you. Yeah.
Is it somewhat clean? Yeah,
somewhat.
That'll
Just
do.
Smell tests and then that'll do it. Okay, enough about that. I kind of promised that it was going to be a short intro, or I promised you, and we are already kind of failing at that. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. Like the video, throw in a comment. It
really helps out the channel.
It really helps out when you do that, exactly. And if you want to support the channel, you can do so over on Patreon or right here on YouTube with YouTube memberships, where you can watch the uncuts, just sync it up to your own copy of the episode, watch the whole thing with us. And we also have early reactions for some of the other shows that we are doing. The one that we're going to be releasing on YouTube after this one is Arcane, but all of those episodes are actually already available on Patreon and with the membership. So if you want to watch our reaction to Arcane Season 2 now, then you can do so. Links in the description, pinned comment, all of that. I'm also doing a bunch of things by me lonesome, and Major Dad and I are doing Andor. So getting back into things on the channel. But cancel talking. Let's do this. Last of Us, Season 2, Episode 2. Here we go.
Okay, that was completely off key. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't be able to do it better myself. Okay, straight into the intro. Which means, okay, yeah. Once it starts, it's not gonna let up.
Well, once that's done, it's not gonna be as tough.
What are you talking about? The rest of it is...
That was a joke.
Oh yeah, just a little tease for those of you who don't know what's coming. It's probably not gonna get much easier after this episode, even though this is the big one. But
yes. And we also talk about it being the big one because it is the big one. But still.
Yes, doesn't make the rest of it small. If you get what I'm
less
saying.
Easy.
Yeah. Lazy?
Lazy? Just sounds...
Definitely not lazy.
No, that's what I was just about to say. It sounds like lazy. And I'm sorry, I just drank coffee before this. So I'm a little...
Okay, yeah. Back to the hospital.
But this is right as it happened, right?
Yeah.
She just doesn't look...
Oh. Yeah, okay, she's having sort of a dream sequence thing here.
Mm-hmm. His brains are on the floor. You're lying.
Yikes. Opening on Abby again.
She's so tiny.
Compared to the game version? Sure, yeah.
You did not look like that in the dark. Shit. Hey, you too. Hey. Get up. Let me see.
It's all right. Now that we know what we're dealing with, we can come up with a plan.
Place is bigger than they anticipated.
Yeah, if you only see the lights.
Yeah.
Let's just say we get past the gates, the guards, the patrols.
They also got dogs.
Okay. And the dogs. We still don't know where Joel is in there.
Yeah. What then? What do you do?
Make him tell us where Joel is.
Make them.
Yeah, we said that we weren't gonna hurt anyone else, just
No,
Joel. I'm not
fuck. Relax. I'm not saying we won't.
Mel, that's
Yeah, Mel. Yeah.
Scare him, you know?
And if they don't talk, then what?
Yeah, it's not like we could let them go.
This is a case of either you go all the way or you don't go at all.
I'll take the next watch. Where's the spot?
Up the hill, a little outcropping. You'll know it when you see it.
Nice cabin, though.
Yeah. But I think, if I remember correctly, it's very much reminiscent of.
Oh yeah, the one in the game.
Yeah,
It's pretty 1-to-1.
You don't actually have a plan, do you?
No, I do. The plan is to convince her to go back.
Please do. Please, if you can.
Because if we don't, the only people getting killed out here are us.
I'm with Owen, but yeah.
I heard you had quite the night after I left.
She kissed me. It was just Dina being Dina. She was high.
That's
She
not-
don't even remember.
I was talking about some fight you had with Seth and Joel. You kissed her.
No. Did you not?
It didn't mean anything. It didn't. I wouldn't do that.
I'm screwing with you, man. I already know. I don't care. Come on, get dressed. Gotta go.
You're the worst.
I like Jesse.
Did that though. They didn't think anything of it till 30 live ones broke through from underneath the corpses. They're using their own dead like insulation.
Oh,
Could be 30 more. Could be 1,000 more.
1,000. Get the fuck out of here. So you can all stop talking about us, worrying about us, and thinking about us. All right?
So you two hash it out.
nope.
Not your business.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna go on patrol with him.
He already went out.
What? With who?
Dina left an hour ago.
Oh,
For what it's worth, he wanted to go with you, but he said we should let you sleep.
Prepare for the
Tommy's
worst,
there.
hope for the best. You lock the doors, you reinforce, shelter in place till we tell you it's safe to come out. Now for the rest of us, where do we go? Up, that's right. Rooftop, second floors, what do we bring?
The high ground. Smart.
Safeties, please. Somebody shot themselves in the leg last week.
Damn it, Earl.
Stay off the main street. Last place you want to be. Trust me on that one. Any questions? All right then. Get with the group
Someone's
leaders.
gonna find themselves out on the main street, I think.
Do you think someone's gonna do another Earl?
I hope not.
Oh no.
Fuck me. Stay where you are. Thank you.
Apologize.
I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have even thought it. I'm sorry. I made you two some sandwiches if you're going out there.
It's actually,
That's big of him.
yeah.
They're,
Not the sandwiches, but actually owning up to his.
No, the sandwiches. That's
Oh.
the most important part here.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Didn't you hear it? Steaks. What are you about?
I hate
Just
all
what's to
this.
come, or
Yeah, I hate all of it.
That's Joel and Dina.
Right?
I think.
What are they doing down there? Is that on
Just
the
put-
usual patrol or?
Yeah.
I feel like they just added the extra steaks with like not
The
that-
sandwiches?
No
Sorry.
steaks, like a
Yeah.
steak.
Yes.
That kind of steak, yeah. Like they,
Yeah.
they added extra stakes with this whole thing happening, with like Jackson getting ready for an attack and everything. So it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
even more tense.
Yeah, they found a way to make this even more intense.
Yeah.
Return to Jackson immediately.
I know a spot we can hold up there.
What spot?
This way.
Still got some. No.
Whoa.
Okay. Whoa. Someone grew a bit of weed in here.
How'd you know about this place?
Eugene. He was my first patrol partner.
Ah, Eugene again.
Mm-hmm.
Said Maria wouldn't be supportive of his farming.
Oh.
Firefly.
You okay?
Eugene was a Firefly.
So maybe he found out about.
Oh, maybe that's what happened
Mm-hmm.
with Joel.
It was a raw deal. Joel having to put him down. Guy makes it through a war. End up going out like that.
Explain?
What are
Expound?
you gonna do? Couldn't be saved.
I have a feeling they might show us at some point.
It seems like he was bit and infected.
Yeah,
And-
like
or-
the whole like having to be put down.
Yeah.
But how did he get bit?
I think it was an elaborate setup or what?
I don't know. Maybe not quite a setup, but maybe Joel had something to do with it. Yep. Knew that was gonna happen. Woo!
Yay, we're going sledding!
That's not. No. It still makes me want to go skiing.
Oh, no. This is
Oh,
what
the
they
whole
talk
thing
about.
with
Yeah.
They're
what talk
hiding
about.
under their own dead, like they're using
Yeah.
them as
And
insulation.
they talked about like 10
30.
and this is like, they found 30 live ones, right?
Yeah. This
But
is
underneath 10, and this is-
potentially more.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I would get away from there and...
Oh,
quickly.
run! Oh shit! It's all moving. Oh. Whoa.
Oh, they're just
Like that fucking
pouring out.
nests of them.
Wow. Wow.
That's a lot of extras.
Yeah. Oh, is she already at the gates of Jackson?
No.
Yikes.
Ooh. Oh, this is very similar to in the game. I think this exact thing happens. You're like crawling under a fence while it's getting pushed down by infected. Oh my! Wow. Well, in this case, good thing she's small. Oh shit! She's gonna Joel.
Right there.
Yeah.
Can you run? Run! That way!
He just saved her life. And she learned straight away.
No.
Up here! I'm coming!
What do we do?
We leave!
Back to Jackson? It's too far. We'll freeze before we get halfway.
I'm aware.
Where the fuck did they even come from? Where did you come from?
The mountain.
Where did you come from?
Okay, Joel. If we stay here, we die. If we go out there, we die.
My friends are holed up in a lodge halfway up the mountain. Not far. If the infected are down here, maybe there aren't any more up there.
Unfortunately, that is a smart idea, but... Oh, damn.
Ranger's pretty compromised.
You heard from all of them, right? They're on their way back?
Except Joel and Dina.
Where the fuck are they?
Tommy.
Taking this with me.
No, you're not.
Saying as much weed as I can shove into my tap.
Nope.
Dude, you're gonna be in charge of Jackson one day. We all know, but that day has not yet come.
So, until that day, I'm gonna stock up on weed.
No, why?
Fuck.
Amy.
No.
Yes. Oh, shit. We're still doing this. Oh, no. Whoop. Come on, you see it. Whoa, shit.
Where are all those humans coming from? Wait,
Infected?
they're... What?
They turned around.
Yeah, they turned to...
Oh, it's because...
They're heading towards Jackson.
Yeah, it's because it's all connected. They told us with the tendrils.
Yeah.
They all felt that. Oh, you guys. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding!
Follow the plan. I'll take the roofs. You take Main Street.
I'd much rather want to go for roof than basement.
I mean, it's the kids, you know, like they can't be out in the cold for long.
I know. Oh, that's smart. What do we got? Burning hot oil?
Ready?
Damn. This is like a long night episode in season 8, but you can actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
Plus, they're not sending out half of their army to die first.
No.
Stupid.
And hopefully there are no zombies in the walls either.
What, down in the crypts?
Yeah,
or whatever it was? Yeah.
Jackson, hold! Get ready!
Do they have a moat or something? No, they don't. It's
Burning
just
hot
bowl.
oil.
Wow.
Not bad burning hot, but at least.
Okay.
So what, they can shoot them and then
Yeah.
make big. I mean, they seem somewhat prepared. Even
Yeah.
for that many.
I would make sure that I have some sort of plan if this happens.
Whoa!
Be careful, you don't blow up your own walls.
And also, if they're on fire, and even with
And
oil,
then they run into the, but
giant
since it's
wall of
everything
wood.
is so cold and wet, like
I'm not sure that makes that much of a difference.
I don't fucking know. This is crazy. Oh, and they can see it from there.
We won't make it.
If I don't make it, I don't make it.
We're almost there! The lodge is just up ahead. It's like a minute. We've got blankets, ammo. My friends can help you get back. We can fight.
Wow, and you can just see. Wow.
Oh man.
Oh no! Where are you going?
Wait, what now? They're not that smart. Oh shh.
They're gonna breach.
They got a big one. Tommy! Wow. How are they so? They're so organized in a way. But that's what they talked about in the previous one with the stalker and all. Like, they're not as mindless as they used to be.
They're evolving.
Yeah. Oh no! Hold your ground. Oh no! Oh no!
I can't watch this.
Oh no! to take out the big one. You need to take out the big one.
But not Maria, please.
No. Shit, Tommy, what in the...
And it's just not dying?
No. Those things are very fucking hard to kill. Oh no, Maria.
I can't do this. I cannot.
What are we doing here? Tommy? Whoa, what? It had enough? You whittled down its HP and...
And then it took like some sort of like damage over time.
Yeah.
Doggos? Really?
Letting out all the dogs?
Can the dogs be infected?
No, I actually don't think so, no.
Oh.
I think it's just humans. 'Cause as far as I remember, there are no infected animals in the games either. Good doggos!
Yikes.
Wow. What a sequence. Dina is here.
Yeah, that's new.
Easy. We're gonna raise your body temperature up slowly, okay?
Ooh, is that how they're gonna find out?
Sorry, I'm Abby. This is Nora, Manny, Owen, and Mel.
Jackson, come in.
Yes, I don't care. I just wanna go back.
And he is Joel.
Jackson, do you copy? Does anyone copy? Any patrols? Anyone? Tell me if you can hear me.
Joel,
Whoa.
Not gonna hurt her.
My heart is pounding.
Not if you cooperate. We're just gonna put her to sleep for a while. If you don't do it, I'm gonna smash her in the fucking head.
Mel was some sort of like medic or something, right? Or
Yeah, I think she is, yes.
Fireflies.
Haven't you heard? There are no more fireflies. They're all gone.
This is going to put you to sleep for 1 hour. That is all. I promise. I promise.
No.
Yikes.
Yeah, it works fast.
Yeah, because she puts it right in the
Yeah.
vein.
I'm gonna give you one chance to tell the truth, Joel. If you do, I'll let her live.
Whoa.
Abby, shut up! Where was the last place you saw the fireflies?
Salt Lake.
At least you're honest.
Oh, and while everything's burning, he thinks he's losing everyone.
Tourniquet him.
Mel, let's just do what we came to do.
Oh, she said she wanted it to be slow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many you killed that day? Did you count as you went, or... I guess maybe it just didn't matter.
Is he gonna say anything?
And one doctor, an unarmed doctor, you shot in the head. Yeah. That was my dad. I was 19.
Just like Ellie now.
It doesn't matter. if you have a code like me. Or you're a lawless piece of shit like you.
Just tell her why you did it, man. Say something.
Everyone agrees. Are just fucking wrong.
And what you're doing is wrong as well, Abby. Fucking golf clubs, man.
Oh, it's funny. I have waited
No,
so...
just shut the fuck up and do it already.
Oh.
You... stupid... old man. You don't get to rush this.
Right on the... Wow. Even when you know it's coming. So hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Abby.
Fucking stop.
Abby.
Just gonna walk right in there and just... Ooh. Enough.
Joel, get up.
End it.
Joel, get up. Fucking get up!
He's trying.
No. Please don't. Please don't do it, please. Please don't. Don't. Please don't. I'm gonna kill you. You're gonna die! You're all gonna fucking die!
Wow, she even crawls to him. Oh, damn.
Of the shadow of death, and I fear no evil.
That's Ashley. Isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, damn. Oh, fuck.
No, they're just
All the people, yeah.
cleaning up. Wow. Tommy's gonna be so mad.
It's him and Maria, alright. But they lost so much, and they don't know. He don't know.
No, not
Only
yet.
the biggest loss. No.
Yeah.
Oh, they're dragging his body.
Soul is damned.
No. Okay.
Damn. That was still really hard to watch. But there we go. That was the big one.
The big one.
Yeah, damn. They stuck to that. Pretty much like it happened in the game as well. And like we're gonna try to hold off with the straight up comparisons until in a few minutes. At first off here, we're just going to talk about the episode that we watched. I'm really, really, really curious to see, like, for those of you out there who did not know what was going to happen, who either hadn't played the game or you know, hadn't seen any spoilers at any point, and it came as a total surprise. So how did that hit you, and how do you think they handled it here? Because again, it was very close to the game, but with some differences. But still, if you haven't played the game, then you don't know, and it's just, like, this is your only experience with it. Like, how was this to you? I for one almost can't wait to watch some like certain reactions and all, just to see how people are going to react to this one.
Is this gonna be the shitstorm 2.0 again?
I don't know. Because again, when this happened in the game, a lot of people had a very, very strong reaction to it. Not just like, a strong emotional reaction. I think we're all, anyone who's just somewhat connected to these characters are gonna go through a strong emotional reaction. But it's more, are you gonna like it or not, like, accept it or not? I guess is the question.
The main thing also with the game was that the script was leaked way ahead of the actual game.
That is true. That's a big...
That in itself, because people didn't read further in the script.
They didn't get the context. They didn't get, like, the story of it. They just saw that, Joel is gonna get his...
He's gonna get clopped.
He's gonna get, his brains bashed in and then killed off by this new character, a woman even, Abby. What's gonna happen? Like, so people reacted to that, and it came out, and then people who didn't even read the leaks but just like saw what others were saying online about it and heard them bitching about it, and they started bitching, and like, even before the game came out, a lot of people, they were mad at Naughty Dog and at Neil Druckmann for doing this to Joel.
And I remember we tried our best to keep off spoilers and not read through the leaks, but even then people went into our game chats and stuff like that. I think it was in the comments, even like completely unrelated things, videos. And they just like,
people felt compelled
and then just they were so mad and they spoiled everything, and we
or at
didn't
least
really have
this one.
They really didn't have. We really didn't have
a chance.
A chance to guard ourselves towards it. So that was spoiled before we even got to play the game.
Yeah, we didn't know how. We just knew that Joel was gonna die.
I remember a certain comment where they straight up wrote that Joel was gonna get clopped.
Okay. So golf club.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was. And I feel like it was, I think it was even in we had a discussion with someone, and they just came in from the side and just straight up told us what was going to happen. And I think I was the main recipient, and I tried to delete it before you could see it, because at least some of us wouldn't be spoiled then. But I think it's
still knew that he was going to die, and I think it's unfortunately also the case with this one. I think, if you're at all in any way tapped into pop culture, and you follow certain people, or then like just opening Twitter, opening Facebook, then there's a good chance that you might have encountered a spoiler. But I'd also like to think that like, the majority of the people who are watching this, they are not as tapped in at all. They just saw that, there's another season of The Last of Us. I really like the first one. Let's watch this one, and they know nothing about it.
But I just feel like most of us have played the games, so we know what's coming.
At least, those of us like who are
plugged in. You mean?
Who are consume a lot of this stuff, both games and series and movies. But
maybe. I don't know.
Either way. So if it was spoiled for you or not, but let us know what you thought about this whole thing in the comments. And again, I am somewhat curious to see if it's going to be the same type of shitstorm as with the game, or if it's, I hope not. I really hope people are just going to be like, oh, of course, that sucks. Joel was a really interesting character who's done some awful things, but also some good things, and we cared about him. We cared about him and Ellie, and you know, and in this iteration, like Pedro playing him, everybody loves Pedro Pascal pretty much. So watching him die in a gruesome way again, I should say, yeah, that also hurts. So of course it hurts, but I just hope that people are still gonna keep watching and accept the story and keep trying to and also want to understand the character of Abby, because I think that's
and just a quick for people, because you asked them about their opinion. Please keep it as spoiler free for the people who might not have played the games. In the comments.
Yeah.
Because
anything coming up after this?
Please put spoiler warnings or something so people can actually opt out of anything that's going on.
Yeah,
because it's
if people don't want to know, we don't want to spoil it.
I know this is the big one, and now it's out there, but there's still some major points in the during the.
Yeah, a lot is still going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so much story left.
And it's a really interesting story, and
yeah, you deserve to not have it spoiled for you. Those of you who don't know.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Please don't spoil anything, and please just be kind.
And
to
please
each
don't
other.
please don't be discouraged from the story either, just because Joel
isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
Like it is a big change. It really, really is, because the first game and the first season, first part of the story, is very much Joel and Ellie. That is not the case here going forward. Joel is barely in this thing. Now he's gone.
Spoiler alert.
Well, yeah, he's dead. So like whatever happens after this chronologically, he's gone. His presence is always going to be felt for sure, and that goes for all of the characters that we've lost up until this point. Like even going all the way back to the very first episode, the very first thing we saw or played with Sarah dying. Like her presence was also still felt. So even if the characters aren't there anymore, they still sort of are.
Yeah. But the new thing to this.
Yes. Okay. So are we gonna go into spoilers now?
No. A new thing to this episode was the attack on Jackson.
Okay. Yeah. So we mentioned that is different from the game. So I guess like we were sort of doing comparisons.
And that was like as I even said, like something we of course we were tensing up because we knew what was gonna happen in this episode, but on top of that you're laying another layer of like Jackson getting attacked. And well,
that was also really intense, and I liked that they took that opportunity to show us more with like how the infected are evolving, what happens if a big horde of them attacks Jackson, and we already have several characters there that we care about. We got to see what sort of defenses you can put up, like how you would survive in this world if something like that was going to happen. So like it expands a lot.
Sure, and it was, and I think it was interesting and nice that they sprinkle on some new stuff as well.
Yeah, for those of us who already knew.
Yeah, and then even though it was tense and it's like it was nice to know that at least Jackson was, even though they said like what's gonna happen if a whole horde is gonna show up, right? Because they can manage a few strays, but and maybe 10 dead ones and then 30 live ones. They managed that with the patrol. It seemed like that's what I gathered from the conversation they had. But a whole horde is like, and it's nice to see that they actually survive, but we also know that there are plenty of losses. And we'll get into that when we get into the spoiler section.
Sure, yeah. But it was really well made, I think.
It was clear that these people, at least some of them, was working on Game of Thrones as well, I would say.
Yeah, I think so. Some of the same team there, and jokingly made a comparison to The Long Night, where it's also a big army of zombies, undead attacking a castle, a walled city, or a walled
fortress,
fortifications. Here, you could just really see what was happening most of the time. You didn't have to turn up the brightness on the screen. And we lost people. We saw even like they know the deal. If they get bit, it's like, yeah, just shoot me before I turn. So they know what they're going into. They know what this world is at this point, and they were well prepared, even though some things went wrong. And I'm curious with Tommy, that whole thing with the big one following him, the bloater. I think we can safely call it, at least the name for them in the games. Sort of. Did it just succumb to its like it's been burned so much and that's why it died? And it really seemed like it was sort of leading them, because they seem more that's the story I think that they're telling us here with the infected, is again like the evolution of them, and showing us that they actually have sort of like strategies, kind of, and they showed us in the first episode with the stalker, where it's like no, it was luring me in, it was trying to trick me, whereas usually these things are just mindless beings just coming at like straight for you, whether they can see you or not. But here it seemed like they had some sort of strategy and a leader. So what does that mean going forward?
But I mean, what they told us from the first season is that they have a hive mind.
They have a hive mind.
Yes, yeah. and that the roots they are spread like kilometers upon kilometers underground. That's right. And that's how they basically keep connected to each other. I think it's at this point it's basically the same clone, right? Or well.
Same clone?
Okay, that's biology speak. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So when for example a tree goes through so when it dies, for example, it can shoot new saplings somewhere else along the roots, and then because like there are a lot of, for example, very old trees that are not the original clone, but it kind of like cloned itself.
Okay, and then making new versions
saplings
of itself, saplings. Okay, yeah, so that's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah. So that was what I meant with the
clones. Yes.
Yeah, it's clones. Okay, so basically, it's just the same, but since it has a hive mind and it's learning, it's constantly learning because it's connected to each other. It can speak with itself on long distances. So okay, what works, what doesn't work. So it's like evolution, but in like a much shorter span, because evolution is not.
Something that happens quickly.
Conscious. It's not conscious.
No,
it's not a conscious thing. It's not like
I better evolve.
Yeah, I better adapt. It's not like
it just happens.
It happens. It's not like it adapts on purpose. And I think a lot of people attribute evolution to adaptation, but it's more like, okay, it was just fortunate surroundings for this variation, this genetic variation.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So this is basically just evolution, but in a much shorter time span.
At least reminding us and showing us in the episode that is very much a thing with the Horde, all of them running after Joel and Dina and Abby at that point, and then whoop, they turned around as soon as the tendrils there, they got exposed inside of the pipes in Jackson, and they all just felt it. So yeah, reminding us of something that they definitely told us back in season 1, and something that is different from the games. Like, we don't have this in the games. This is, yeah. Should we get into, like, is there anything you want to...
I just wanted to add to that, well, they completely changed the way that the fungus works.
Oh, yeah.
It makes sense that it's different from the games in that way.
Yes, so yeah, comparisons here. It's different still. We don't have spores in the same way.
With tendrils and
we have tendrils and the way it's connected, everything we just talked about. And we already mentioned it, but the whole Jackson attack did not happen in the game. But everything outside of it still very much happened, with Abby and her group showing up and actually by happenstance just like bumping into Joel. But in the game, spoiler again if you don't want to know.
Maybe should we just
do this. I'll put a spoiler thing on the screen. in the game, it wasn't Joel and Dina out there. It was Joel and Tommy. Tommy was actually with Joel.
Yeah.
And they also subdued Tommy just like they did Dina. Not with a needle, though. They just repeatedly smashed him in the face with a gun, I think. So you thought for a second that Tommy was also going to get it in the game. And then... Yeah, and then pretty much everything else was 1-to-1. Like, he got shot in the knee, and he
took an arrow in the knee.
Then, like, the killing blow, instead of it getting his brain smashed in with the club, it was broken off, and she just stabbed him in the neck with it, which... I don't know which one I prefer. I don't want any of them. No. And Ellie's reaction, like the way that she just came in there, got immediately thrown to the ground, to the floor, held down, and just yelling, "Get up, Joel, get up, get up. Don't do this." Then he dies, and then we get the extra thing of her like crawling towards his body here, laying on top of him. And then they throw in the song.
Yeah.
From the game, even with the Ellie from the game, Ashley singing it, and that made it hit harder for me. I think that was for us, those of us.
It was almost like a full circle moment, right?
Yeah, and that song in particular, damn, that was really strong stuff. And then showing us some of the aftermath.
With Jackson as well.
Yeah, but...
I just wanted with Tommy, because I think it was with the change that they had Dina instead of Tommy.
Yeah.
I think that was somewhat important to Tommy's character, and you have been warned if you somehow ended up here and you don't want it to get spoiled.
Now there's going to be spoilers for what's to come as well. Yeah,
yes.
Not just comparisons, but what's to come.
So Tommy goes through this, like this whole, as I said in the last episode, this whole season is about revenge. And Tommy's revenge is, I would say it's even more understandable when he was not there. When he was not around. So he just lost like half of Jackson, and he obviously feels responsible because he's somewhat
of a leader, together with Maria, yeah.
He almost lost Maria. And then Ellie comes back, the patrol comes back with a dead Joel. So he didn't even see it happen. Like,
no,
I
it
would
just
say,
comes as a complete surprise.
Yeah, exactly. Because I would say, of course I don't know, and hopefully I will never get to know. But I don't know what's worse, not being there and then being told that these people would because you don't get the experience and
him and he is also, it's going to be another motivator for him to go after whoever killed his brother. Is like, he wasn't there, he couldn't do, I'm pretty sure he's going to blame himself for that as well. Like, if I was there, I could have done something.
But if we look at it, Dina was taken out at this point. Ellie was not there, so it's only between Joel and Abby what Abby said to Joel.
Yeah,
so
no one else heard it.
Everything about the Fireflies, why she ended up killing him, so none of them know exactly her motives.
No, they just know he just got killed randomly in their eyes.
Yeah, exactly, because of some shit he did in his past.
Yeah.
So they don't get the full story, and if you don't get the full story, then it's much easier to not put a face on you. And I even felt it. I even feel like these strong emotions, even though we play through the games, I fucking love Abby as a character. I understand her. I was one of them who got to grow sympathy and empathy and actually somewhat ended up rooting for her. I loved her. I'm sorry, but I'm one of those people that actually ended up falling in love with her.
A lot of people really, ended up liking Abby.
But right now, I'm so angry at her. And even though I know what's to come, even though I love the whole story, what the creators told us with that story, and what they're gonna tell us, because they're pretty faithful to their adaptation. I love that story, and yet, even though I know what's to come, I'm sitting here and I hate and resent her. I want to bash her head in, all of these feelings. So I think it's extremely well done job that we still sit here with these feelings, even though we know what's to come.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't remember the name of the actress playing Abby here, but she did such a good job.
Yeah, I still miss Muscle Mommy, but she's doing a great job, and she's like the acting is. Yeah,
it's on. Like she's still like it's a great like iteration of the character. Like it is Abby. It's just not the 1-to-1 how she looks in the game. And I know for me, and I'm pretty sure it goes for you as well, it doesn't matter at all if they look like their characters in the game, as long as it's still that character. You can still feel that character. I know for some people it matters a lot, apparently, whether or not the characters look like their video game counterparts, but to us it's more important, like the acting and what the character is, what they stand for.
Well, I do miss her being a muscle mummy for more than just aesthetics.
Sure.
Because it was symbolic of her mind, like the state of her mind. Like was like her dedication towards revenge was basically just.
You could see it on her, and
she
not
was
just
training
hear it
for
on
this.
her.
Like she was bulking up for this purpose only, and it speaks a lot to her character and like her arc. And that's why I kind of miss. That's also one of the reasons I was so mad about Henry Cavill being so buff as Geralt, because it's like character choices. Like it tells us a story about the characters without straight up telling us. Like it says something about the environment. It says something about like what they're going through as a character, what emotions they're dealing with, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like
But I still think we got that. Like, to me at least, with Abby, you can see it on her size, you can see it in her eyes, you can see it in her face, you can hear it in her voice.
Sure, it's still the same character. She still has the same motivations. She's still like, but I'm just saying that's one of the things I would have liked to see.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you're wrong about feeling that.
I'm just saying that it's one of the. Just as with Geralt, it's like, and I feel like my reasons are valid, because it's not rooted in something aesthetically. Completely. But I guess there's some people are gonna come for me for saying that. But
there's always going to be assholes in the comments. Don't be an asshole, of course, but I think we're gonna not get into more of the stuff that's coming. So end of spoiler talk. Also, I'm putting it in the time codes as well. So welcome back if you just skipped all the spoilery things. Really impactful episode. Very well done. It's absolutely fucking got us again. Joel's death. It sucks. And I'm curious to see what they're going to do for the rest of the season here with the story. And it's even stretching into a season 3 because there is a lot of story left just from the second game.
And from playing the second game, you can also kind of tell where they might actually expand on the story, because what we saw here is like they expanded on the Jackson stuff a little bit.
Yes.
So we can definitely see the possibilities going down the road, because even though it's one hell of a game and like there's a lot of things to tap into, it's like, how are they gonna fill out 2 whole seasons? But I'm sure they're gonna show us.
Definitely we'll leave it at that. Okay, again, tell us what you thought about the episode, what happened down in the comments below. Be nice, be civil to each other, and don't spoil anything that's coming up. Please don't do that. We will remove those comments. We will hide you, like, if you start doing that. So don't.
Or without just spoiler tags are fine.
Yeah.
But give the people a choice.
Yes, give them a fair warning. Give them a chance here. Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
No.
Okay. Danish word of the day, and then we'll wrap it up. And we already mentioned it several times with Joel's death, him getting his
It's gonna be a morbid one today.
Yeah, the golf club in Danish is
Golfkølle.
Yes,
so basically golf.
It's the
golf
same.
It's the same. It's just pronounced a little bit differently. And then kølle
Yeah.
So, well, it's the Ø, so it's just
The
straight
O
up.
with the line through it.
So if you can do the Ø sound, then you're completely fine. Kølle.
Kølle. Yes. Golf. Club. Kølle.
Golf kølle.
There we go. Danish word of the day. And that'll do it for this reaction and review of The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you as soon as possible. Bye. Ah, fucking tough one again.